Hey, Bear.
And banging just this.
Some people go into the forest for peace. Others come back with stories they can't explain. These 6 real camping encounters are disturbing, raw, and captured on film. Let's get into the first one. And be warned, it only gets more unsettling from here. The first video tonight comes from Campion, a minimalist solo camping channel focused on no-talking ASMR. The videos rely entirely on natural sound, rain, wind, fire, and forest ambience, presenting raw, real-time camping experiences and real safety risks without narration or cinematic framing. It is October 24th, 2025, in a remote woodland. For the 2 minutes leading up to the incident, the camper remains inside a luxury tent as heavy rain continues to fall outside. The forest is otherwise quiet, with wind and rainfall forming a steady ASMR backdrop. Inside the tent, the setup appears unchanged. A stove sits within the enclosed space to cope with the weather, and there is no visible urgency or concern. The atmosphere feels controlled and routine. Nothing in the soundscape suggests danger. The rain remains constant, the tent holds, and the situation appears stable, right up until the moment it isn't. Without warning, a butane gas canister that had been left inside the stove explodes. The blast violently shatters the calm rain ambience, replacing it with a sudden concussive noise that signals immediate danger. The force of the explosion causes the tent structure to collapse. Fire spreads rapidly through the tent fabric as the shelter fails. The soundscape shifts completely, from rain and wind to tearing material and burning canvas, marking the total loss of the campsite's protection. What begins as a quiet, no-talking camping session in extreme weather turns into a serious emergency within seconds. With no commentary and no dramatic editing, the footage captures a real mistake and its consequences as they happen. The incident stands as a stark reminder of how quickly camping conditions can become life-threatening, particularly when gas equipment is used inside confined spaces during heavy rain. Imagine this: no phone signal, no one around, just the forest, and something moving in the distance. Would you stay the night or sprint back to your car without looking back? The next horrifying video comes from Justin Hancock, an outdoors and off-grid adventure channel documenting solo overlanding, remote camping, and real-world wildlife encounters, often filmed alongside his dog, Hudson. The content focuses on authentic wilderness experience rather than staged drama. It is January 12, 2026 in the United States, Idaho Panhandle. After recent atmospheric rivers flood campsites along a nearby river, Justin relocates to a higher, more remote spot, gaining roughly 1,500 feet in elevation. The plan for the night is simple and quiet: cook a steak, have s'mores, and turn in early. The surrounding area is dense forest on a slope, known to be bear and cougar territory, with the campsite positioned above a steep downhill tree line.
Hey, Bear. Hey, Bear. Hey, Bear. Stay.
Definitely a little spooked right now. there's something very big down this hill right here. Keep hearing it as it moves through the trees, but I have not seen anything yet. It's most likely just an elk or a moose, but still, that is the last thing you want to hear.
As night settles in, Justin hears heavy movement downslope. He repeatedly notes heat, indicating something warm-bodied moving through the trees. Whatever it is, sounds large and close, though it never comes into view. He tries to stay calm, suggesting it could be an elk or moose, but remains alert and focused on the direction of the noise.
Boy, haven't heard it for a couple minutes now. I might get my Bluetooth speaker out and start playing some music just so it knows we're here.
The tension increases as Justin openly acknowledges the risk of hearing large movement in known bear and cougar country. The sounds continue intermittently, and the lack of any visual confirmation makes the situation increasingly unsettling. Justin notices that Hudson reacts to the same noises, confirming the sounds are real and not imagined. Taking the situation more seriously, he immediately places Hudson inside the truck for safety. After several minutes, the movement stops completely. The sudden silence feels uneasy rather than reassuring. Justin considers playing music through a Bluetooth speaker to announce human presence, noting that the campsite had been unusually quiet up until that point. The encounter never escalates into a visual sighting, but the tension remains unresolved. Hearing something large move through the trees at night, confirmed by his dog, forces Justin to shift instantly from relaxation to caution. The moment highlights how quickly conditions can change during solo wilderness camping, particularly in predator territory, and why even a quiet, well-planned night can become unsettling without warning. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The next chilling video comes from Exploring with Brad, a paranormal and exploration channel focused on solo investigations, overnight camping, haunted locations, and cryptid-adjacent wilderness experiments. The channel is known for long, uncut segments, real-time reactions, and the use of spirit communication apps and investigation tools during isolated night explorations. It is January 17th, 2026, in a forested region near Barrie, Canada. As Brad enters the forest at night, he immediately comments on how different and unsettling the area feels after dark. Within minutes, he reacts to unexplained sounds and sudden noises around him, admitting the atmosphere already feels threatening before the investigation has fully begun.
Hey, I heard that. It sounded like a scream coming out this way. I don't even feel like saying hello or anything like that because whatever it is, I don't really want things following me or coming after me, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is Witch Rock. We're right here. Wow, I heard that sound. It's not far from the Witch Rock.
While moving deeper along the trails, Brad hears what sounds like a distant scream near an area known as Witch Rock. The sound cuts off abruptly, leaving the woods unnaturally silent and heightening his sense that he is not alone.
Part of a witch. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, I just heard something. Came this way. It sounded like it said something. I know you're out there.
At Witch Rock, Brad hears what appears to be a clear vocal noise or response coming from the trees. The sound feels close and deliberate, forcing him to stop and listen as the tension sharply increases.
Sakes, what the frick was that? What the frick was that? Oh my god. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh freak. Oh freak. Let's go. Let's go. Oh fudge. What the hell was that? Come on. Come on. Oh man. Oh frig. What was that? Oh man. Oh, that sounded like a growl. Some sort of creature.
Later, while resting inside a forest teepee shelter, the spirit talker device audibly speaks while Brad is asleep, including the phrase, "I'm already inside your mind." He wakes up shaken, describing a sense of mental pressure and unease.
Oh my goodness, what was that? Oh, frig, that was scary.
Walk left.
Walk left.
After waking, Brad hears what sound like gunshots and screaming in the distance, followed by growling noises. Confused and alarmed, he struggles to identify the source, but becomes convinced something active is happening outside.
Another gunshot. There's another gunshot.
More screaming and aggressive sounds push Brad to a breaking point. He decides he cannot stay the night and begins packing up rapidly, visibly distressed. While fleeing through the forest, Brad repeatedly hears movement, growls, and what he believes are cries for help behind him. Convinced he is being followed, he does not stop until he reaches safety, away from the area. The investigation escalates steadily, from subtle unease and distant sounds to screaming, aggressive noises and disturbing responses from spirit communication devices. The night ends with Brad abandoning his shelter and fleeing the forest in fear. By the end of the video, Brad is shaken and convinced something in the woods did not want him there. Whether paranormal, psychological, or physical, the encounter leaves a lasting impression and reinforces the risks of solo night exploration in isolated locations with dark reputations. Some threats are obvious. Others drift silently through the dark, unnoticed until it's far too late. It's those shadowy, unseen forces that haunt us long after the sun comes up. The next shocking video of the night comes from Brothers Wild, a UK-based exploration channel run by two brothers. Their content focuses on derelict industrial sites, abandoned wartime locations, and wilderness camping, with an emphasis on immersive, real-time adventures, minimal exaggeration, and the physical difficulty of exploring remote, overgrown environments. It is January 11th, 2024, at Royal Ordnance Factory, Wrexham, Wales, United Kingdom. The brothers find a small patch of dry grass near the abandoned buildings and begin setting up camp. Frost starts forming on the tents as temperatures drop. Sitting quietly, they take in the surroundings: crumbling concrete structures, overgrown brambles, waterlogged paths, and vast industrial ruins stretching into darkness. Aside from faint road noise in the distance, the site is largely silent, creating a subtly unsettling atmosphere as night settles in.
Right guys, it's that cold that I've had to switch over to my phone camera. What I was trying to say is, since nightfall, it's gone a bit eerie down here. So we're just going to do a little explore. There's the, is it an M2 reader? It's an M2 reader or something like that.
That's a magnetic EMF reader.
EMF.
EMF.
So we've got a little green flicker.
A slight flicker appears on their EMF meter. The brothers suspect interference from their own electronics. Yet, in the context of the dark, abandoned factory, the flicker adds a layer of tension rather than reassurance. Moving through the site after dark, they navigate steep drops, unstable ladders, and slick ground. Poor visibility and the risk of injury make every movement deliberate, highlighting the genuine physical danger of exploring the derelict factory at night. Once camp is fully set, frost coats the tents and the cold becomes intense. Surrounded by decaying buildings in near total darkness, the isolation feels oppressive despite the absence of any overt paranormal activity. No confirmed paranormal events occur, but the night is defined by environmental hazards, cold exposure, and the difficulty of stealth camping in a heavily decayed industrial site. The brothers struggle to find a safe, dry place among mud, brambles, and standing water, eventually settling for the least hostile option available. The Royal Ordnance Factory remains unsettling due to its scale, decay, and remoteness. The experience highlights both the historical weight of the site and the extreme physical challenges of camping within abandoned industrial ruins, leaving a lasting impression of tension, cold, and isolation. The woods are full of sounds, but it's footsteps that don't belong that truly rattle us. It's not creatures we fear most. It's the sudden, silent presence of another person, just watching. The next video comes from up in Alaska, a channel focused on immersive bushcraft, solo cabin camping, and remote Alaskan wilderness experiences, emphasizing self-reliance, preparation, and life in isolated winter environments. It is December 20th, 2025, in Alaska, USA. The host hauls a heavily loaded sled through snowy trails toward a remote public use cabin on a frozen lake. Fallen trees force him onto the road, and icy patches make controlling the sled difficult. Gear is loosely secured, creating constant concern about items falling off. The physical strain, cold temperatures, and isolation immediately establish a sense of vulnerability in the winter wilderness.
Whittle me some smaller pieces around here. I'll see if I can find my cotton balls. Let's stick them in here. Maybe they're in here. Probably in the car somewhere. The car was a mess. So I guess what we're gonna try to do is see if we can give a spark to this. A torn up paper bag. And I'm gonna fray these edges here. Oh, look at that. More of this in there.
Inside the cabin, the host unloads his gear and attempts to build a fire for warmth. After several failed starts, he frays paper, shaves bark, and reorganizes materials, relying entirely on bushcraft skills to get a fire going. The cabin remains cold during the process, reinforcing how critical preparation and technique are in these conditions. While working on the fire, a stranger approaches the cabin and asks about it. The host explains it is a state-run public-use shelter. The interaction is friendly, but the unexpected presence briefly breaks the solitude and introduces a subtle moment of tension in the remote setting.
Oh. Hey, what's up?
Sorry.
Huh?
What is this place?
Oh, this is a public use cabin on this lake. There's 3. The state builds these and you can rent them out for a night.
With the fire established, the host cooks a slow-cooked beef stew on the wood stove, adding vegetables, meat, and broth. He warms bread dough and snacks, carefully managing the stove's heat while the temperature outside remains well below freezing. The cabin gradually becomes comfortable, allowing him to relax and settle in for the night.
28 degrees outside, with 70 in the cabin. Like I said, it's been warm. I don't even have my jacket on, I just have a sweater. Until next time.
The next morning, the host packs his belongings, makes hot cocoa, and checks the cabin's temperature before heading back toward the road. With a much lighter sled, the return journey highlights the quiet, cold landscape and the physical effort required to travel through it alone. The night highlights the realities of solo winter camping, managing heavy gear, building and maintaining warmth, and adapting to unexpected interruptions. While no immediate danger occurs, the isolation, cold, and reliance on personal skill underline the vulnerability of being alone in remote Alaskan wilderness. The video ends with a safe return, leaving a clear sense of self-reliance, accomplishment, and solitude. Before the next clip, if you're enjoying the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The last video of the night comes from the Sheep Sherpas, a UK-based adventure and paranormal channel focused on immersive overnight stays in remote bothies and isolated locations. The channel is known for real-time reactions, minimal exaggeration, and documenting unexplained sounds, movement, and atmosphere during overnight challenges. It is December 4th, 2025, in Nant City in Bothy, mid-Wales, United Kingdom. As night fully sets in, the group settles inside the bothy with the fire lit and sleeping areas prepared. The building creaks as temperatures drop and the atmosphere becomes noticeably heavier. Small, unexplained sounds begin to draw attention. Subtle movement, bumps, and the sense that noise is coming from elsewhere in the building. Conversation quiets as everyone becomes more alert, leading directly into the first unexplained activity.
Oh my god, I just cheered the fuck up, bro. I was like, yeah, now I found a bit cold in the face.
That was 100% upstairs.
Yo, you've got that on film too.
That was a full pace, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear footsteps are heard pacing on the floor above the group. The sound is deliberate and sustained, causing immediate alarm as no one is upstairs. Several members react at once, confirming they all hear it. Later in the night, the group reports hearing classical music inside the bothy. This directly matches stories they discussed earlier about the location. Reactions shift from nervous humor to genuine concern as they realize the sound aligns with the bothy's long-standing legends.
What the hell?
Oh, days.
What the hell?
Jordan, can I get how to pick it up?
Yeah, maybe.
Go home. Actually, go home. Get me out of here. No.
By morning, the atmosphere has completely changed. Sunlight fills the bothy, and the group packs up without further incidents. They wash in a nearby stream and reflect on the night's events, acknowledging how intense the footsteps, heavy impact, and reported music felt while inside the building. Although everyone leaves safely, The experience reinforces Knot City and Bothy's reputation as an unsettling place to stay overnight, especially after dark. Thanks for watching. If those 6 encounters rattled you, be sure to give the video a like and subscribe for more creepy content every week. The next mystery might be even darker than this one.